I have a feeling a lot of you are going to feel some type of way with how people are dressing this year, so brace yourselves. I've scoured the internet for weeks, sifting through countless Vogue and GQ articles, watching runways. I've combed through every YouTube video and TikTok to inform you guys how people are going to be dressing this year. Maybe I've sprinkled in a few opinions of a Canadian men's fashion YouTuber in there, but hey, you're free to wear whatever you like. Think of this as like me reporting the news. Okay, so let's briefly speak on what fashion trends are going to carry over from 2024 before jumping into specific clothing items. Menswear is very much thriving with tailored and affluent looks. I've covered this topic many times in my trend report videos, but if you're watching this for the first time, this includes outfits with pleated trousers, loafers, knit polos, and striped oxfords, for example. Whether you call it old money, quiet luxury, or eclectic grandpa, people are preferring to dress up more and more. Guys like Tyler the Creator, Jacob Elordi, A$AP Rocky, Austin Butler, and Coleman Domingo embody this aesthetic the absolute best. Streetwear will still be baggy, shirts and jackets will still be cropped, large branding and logos are still kind of tacky, and what's left of sneaker culture will be dominated by Y2K retros, meaning your favorite sneakers from 2017 will struggle to sell, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on. 2025 has some overarching themes that you'll see a lot of this year, and the first one is office wear. This trend is very closely tied with how menswear is trending this year, and one of the commonalities that I've seen with this office wear trend is the incorporation of a tie with casual wear. This was heavily seen at the Paris Spring Summer Fashion Show, both this year and last, so it's safe to say that it's here to stay. But I know what you're thinking, how can I incorporate this in my everyday style? And the best way to incorporate this in real life is to pair it with more casual clothing items like a baseball hat, denim, or leather jacket, or maybe you just leave the blazer on and wear it with a tank top or a white t-shirt underneath. In my opinion, these looks are a lot more approachable. The key here is making use of a fashion trend known as juxtaposition, where you take two contrasting items and you pair them together to create one unique look. This is something that guys like A$AP Rocky and Tyler the Creator use all the time. And the reason why it works so well is because it's a bit riskier. It's a little bit more unpredictable. It's a break from how the average person dresses. And doing that will ultimately make you perceived as a more stylish person. The next theme for spring and summer is the incorporation of breezier fabrics. Sheer undershirts, outerwear, and accessories we're seeing a lot this year. And to be honest, I don't think that this is as approachable as, say, crochet, for example. But one thing that this trend is great for is for those who live in a hot climate. In fact, one of my most frequent comments that I receive is, oh, I live in Florida, I live in Texas, it's too hot, I can't wear these things. Well, good news, breathable fabrics are the move for you this year. It's also a great way to add texture to your outfit. And honestly, I'm just a sucker for a good knit polo or button up. There were two prints that dominated runways for spring summer 2025. And the first is floral prints. One thing that I've noticed is definitely a new trend. You didn't really see floral that much last year. So I'm very interested to see how this translates into everyday fashion. Floral is obviously synonymous with spring and summer, so the incorporation of this print with muted items can make for a really clean look. And it's a great way to incorporate color into your wardrobe, which I'm always looking to do. There was also a lot of plaid and checkered shirts. Personally, I've always kept a flannel in the mix, but there are so many creative ways to style these like a pro. Whether it's plaid pants, jackets, suits, or even wrapping it around your waist, which for me always reminds me of Kanye West. And despite his recent craziness, I kind of miss the guy. Like, he has so many iconic outfits that are just imprinted in my brain. And there's one more print that you really see a lot more of in real life, and that's camo. To me, camo is something that never really goes out of style, and it never really goes in style. It's always just kind of there. But on Instagram, man, you see it everywhere, whether it's a camo jacket or of course camo pants. And before I began my research on this video, I actually just bought a pair of Our Legacy floral camo pants, which is a funny coincidence that obviously combines two of these patterns in one. They're super unique and I absolutely love them. But I do think that camo really did get a bump at Pharrell's Louis Vuitton show. And we even got the classic Minecraft camo print, which I thought was super cool. And fun fact, Minecraft is the most popular video game of all time, and I actually have never played it before. The next theme we are going to see a lot of is sports inspired fashion. For years, athletes have been using their platform to show off their unique sense of style, and year over year it seems like high fashion brands are not only embracing this, but also investing and designing around these opportunities. Most notably is Louis Vuitton is partnered with LeBron James, Jude Bellingham, and Carlos Alcaraz, just to name a few. But it seems like as of late, world football has been most intertwined with fashion. And I'm certain over the past few years, you've come across a video talking about bloatcore. And in Paris Fashion Week, there were more and more jerseys on the runway. Now, what does this mean for everyday fashion enthusiasts like you and me? Expect brands like ALD, Kith, and Pompeii to release more fashion-forward jerseys. Expect more athletes to be featured in campaigns. And what I'm most excited about are real creative content creators who are making these fun interpretations of wearable football boots, for example. And trust me, these are gonna go triple platinum on TikTok and Instagram mood boards. If you didn't know, I've played the game since I was 5 years old. That's 25 years of kicking a ball, and it's obviously a topic that I'm very passionate about. Now, if you've gotten value out of the video so far, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It takes very little effort from you guys, but of course it helps me tremendously. But it is time to jump into specific clothing items, so let's go from top to bottom, starting with hats. Printed or graphic beanies is something that you see a lot of people wearing. And the first one that comes to mind, of course, would be Arc'teryx. These are everywhere. So much so that they actually sell out. A beanie selling out online and in store. This beanie is almost like a part of the men's fashion creator starter pack. But it's not just Arc'teryx. There's checkered beanies from the brand Sundays. And there's even that hat brand that Kai Cenat promotes, which is called Archive, I believe, that makes these crazy knit crochet hats that are super colorful. These have exploded and really have launched the brand. You see a ton of like streamers, internet personalities, celebrities, athletes wearing these. And for sunglasses, tinted frames are popping up more and more, specifically like that aviator style. You see Pharrell wear these all the time. Usually they have like a tortoiseshell pattern. Sunglasses to me are like an underrated accessory when it comes to like building a cohesive outfit, especially if you know that you're going outdoors. Next up are puffer jackets. Now let me be very clear, okay? If you live in a cold climate like I do, wearing a puffer jacket is not a fashion trend. It is literally a necessity. But I think we can all agree, especially on social media and in real life, videos of puffer jackets and unique puffer jackets have exploded. It seems like the UK is definitely leading the way on this, and I want to give them credit. But take the viral Merita heat reactive puffer jacket, for example. For a smaller brand to put out such a technical fabric that you normally see with like Stone Island or Louis Vuitton, I think it's actually very impressive. Now, traditionally, it was like you get one puffer jacket and you're good for the next like 5 years. But nowadays, it's like people have a collection of unique puffer jackets. Now, it seems like in the sort of men's fashion zeitgeist, people have really latched onto knitwear. And it's great because it can really elevate a look in multiple different seasons, whether it's fall, winter, or even springtime. And when you think of knitwear, you probably think of like a chunky, cable knit sweater or something. And this year, there are a number of different styles that are gaining popularity. First being the crew neck cardigan, which is a cardigan that you can button up all the way to your neck. It may or may not have a collar option as well. In my opinion, the simple tweak of the neckline gives you more occasions that you can wear this in. There's also like a craze going on right now with both quarter zip and full zip sweaters. Like there's literally articles about how people are dishing crazy money to buy them. Luckily, there's a ton of affordable options as well, so I'll be sure to leave a link in the description. Another like IRL trend that I'm seeing a lot of is people layering t-shirts over a thermal base layer. I think this is a really clean look that gives a nod to like that Y2K style that's so popular right now. And you can get sort of plain ones from Uniqlo. I recommend getting them in a few different colors as well. But what I love most about this is that it's a great transition piece to wear in between seasons. All right, now let's talk pants. Now, dark denim is 100% in right now. You are seeing it everywhere. There is definitely a raw denim resurgence. Shout out to Drew Joyner, who's kind of like leading the movement right now. Every other day on TikTok, it's either I'm seeing someone buying a new pair of raw denim in Japan, or I'm getting a tutorial on how to wash my selvage jeans. I don't know, maybe that's just my algorithm. And I don't know, I feel like 2025 is just like the perfect year to invest in a good pair of jeans, It doesn't have to be selvage, by the way. If you're looking for just a simple pair of dark jeans, Uniqlo has a pair that I have, and I highly recommend them if you just want something easy. But if you're looking for an entry-level pair of selvage, something just has a simple straight fit, I recommend the Naked and Famous True Guy fit, made in Canada with Japanese denim. Highly recommend. From a fashion outfits perspective, you don't really see people wearing slim fitting cuffed joggers as much. I wear them personally from time to time, but I have become like a baggy sweatpant aficionado. I just recently picked up a pair from Entire Studios and I'm honestly obsessed with them. They are so freaking cool, which you can get from like a number of different places. Speaking of which, those viral Uniqlo C sweatpants sort of like tore up the internet for a while there. So I'll leave a link in the description to them. I know they're doing a number of restocks and maybe they're available now. Now, something I thought that was interesting, all over the runway this year, we saw short shorts. And GQ celebrated Paul Mescal like crazy this year, and he was like the short shorts guy. Now, what does this mean for you? Because one moment it's baggy, other way like it's short. Like, I understand how confusing it can be. But if you prefer the streetwear aesthetic, jorts, baggy sweat shorts, that's gonna be your vibe. But if you float more on the menswear side, don't be afraid to wear a shorter short and pair them with like a knit polo and loafers, for example. For your boy, I've been hitting legs twice a week, so don't be surprised if you see a quad pop out from time to time. Oh, diddy. Since we're talking about shorts and pants, belts have really popped off in a big way this year. Specifically though, for a statement belt, whether it's a Western belt, black leather with a simple, silver hardware on it, could be a leopard print or some vibrant color, maybe it's white for example. The point being is that the addition of a statement belt can really add a nice bit of detail to your outfit, especially if you're the type of person to wear crop shirts or jackets. All right, let's talk footwear. We're kind of in like a post streetwear sneaker era right now where people are way more open to wearing alternative types of footwear, which I think is amazing. However, there are some diabolical footwear choices out there. GQ praised the fisherman sandal, which is giving like Puerto Rican uncle, respectfully. A W's in the chat for all the Puerto Rican uncles out there, but it looks good on some people, but just not for me. But chunky boat shoes are another one of those things that I'm seeing both online and in real life a lot more. And if you're looking for outfit inspiration, ALD has a ton of collaborations with them, and they obviously have elite lookbooks. Now, in terms of sneakers, there are a ton of great sneakers to get still for 2025, and there are a number of sneaker trends that are honestly surprising to me. So I made a whole video about it. When it's ready, it'll be available right here. So why don't we click on that, and I'll meet you guys there.